Ba-da-ba-ba. Alrighty, guys. I think we are live. Hello, everyone. Hello. Doing another live stream today since I got a lot of good feedback yesterday about the live stream. So I'm like, let me do another live stream today so we can have a whole bunch of fun and have a look at these markets and go through some stuff with you guys. So that's what I want to do with you today. I'm also going to be going through some trading techniques with you today as well too. So it's going to be like a whole good educational process. Going to be looking at the stock market, looking at the gold, and looking at all that looking at all that down home country goodness when it comes to the markets and stuff like that. So that's what I am going to be covering with you today. And I'll be looking at some of the other markets as well too, like Bitcoin and stuff like that as well too. So really exciting stuff, guys, that are happening right now. So lots of stuff that I want to cover with you today. Traders, make sure if you haven't done so yet, make sure you grab access to, or let me do this here, make it a bit more professional. Yo, Aiden. Make sure, guys, if you haven't done so yet, go to johnsfreakoff.com to grab that free trading course. It goes into 4 different parts. Aiden, man, I saw you actually registered yesterday, man. So you probably already got access to part number 1, right? So you probably get access to part number 2 today as well too. So make sure you grab access to that there. Where you're going to learn the biggest mistakes you're making right now. Part number 1, part 2, part 3, and then obviously my trading system as well. So there's a lot of really good stuff in there, guys. If you really want 2024 to be the best year ever, I really have condensed it down to what I believe is the most powerful stuff out there when it comes to your trading. The problem with trading, fantastic, Ed. So the problem with trading, guys, is that there's so much stuff out there, right? There's so much stuff out there that we can focus on, right? Like there's so many things. And the interesting thing is that, like, if you have a look at my chart here, this is basically how I view the markets right now. This is basically how I view the markets and trade the markets. And the thing is and the reason why I bring that up, guys, is because over the last 19 years, this is how my chart used to look like. Let me show you here, right? Because some people look at my charts like, John, there's nothing on your chart. What's going on here? You know, there's so much power. There's actually a lot of power in the knowledge of understanding the actual price action itself, which is the chart itself. There's so much power in that. There really is. So did you know that my chart used to look like, let's go to chart here. It used to look like this here. And as you can see, right, there's a lot of stuff on here. A lot of stuff. You got the volume, you got the RSI. Oh, I have a double stochastic. Look at this here. It's a double stochastic. You got the faster one here. You got the slower one coming over here. Ooh, the double stochastic, right? I've got the Bollinger Bands in there. I have 1, 2, 3 moving averages and the chart itself. And this is how I actually used to trade, guys. I always used to think that the power, or I needed to use indicators to benefit, to give me the odds, right? They really give me the odds in the markets, right? And so therefore, that's what I used to use to trade. Now, as you guys know, this is basically how I trade now. Really just one chart. Now I use this and I use another time frame. I'm always using 2 time frames, but basically this, and if I want to get really technical, most of the time it's just using a chart like this as well too, which is just really just a really one sort of moving average on the chart itself as well too. The most important thing for me is actually what's happening with the actual price itself, the chart itself. The indicators are not going to really give you the good entry points. It's the actual the chart itself when it comes to that. So that's what we're seeing. That's I wanted to bring that up there because I think a lot of people. One of the reasons why a lot of people get confused is because they use a chart like I showed you before, And there's so many different indicators and so many different things on the chart. They're like, oh my goodness, how do I really get ahead in these markets, right? What is the truth about getting ahead in the markets? I've been trading the markets now for 19 years. Next year will be 20 years for me. So it's taken me a long time to really figure out, like, how do I actually really start to stack the odds on my side of doing well out of these markets? So that's basically how I view the markets here. But let's actually look at the stock market here. Let's see what's actually going on when it comes to the actual markets itself. And so we'll start off with the good old Nasdaq. Now let me bring on 2 moving averages here, okay? 2 moving average. I'll bring on. Actually, let's bring on 2 moving averages here. The reason I'm going to bring on 2 moving averages is for 2 different reasons, right? So what I want to do here is I want to, as you can see, and I've talked about this before in the past, as you can see, right, that we start to really get pretty far away. When we start to get pretty far away from the markets itself, like when we get pretty far away from the 52 moving average, you can see we're starting to become pretty overbought, right? Overbought through here as well too. See, overbought. See how it just became overbought and overbought through here. So we're pretty far away from the 52. But then even on the short term, you'll notice that this short-term moving average, which is the 9 moving average, you notice we don't get too far away from that as well too before we start to either pause or we reverse a little bit to actually come back down. So on a shorter term analysis is that we can see we're pretty far away from actually both moving averages. If we look at the QQQ, which is basically the Nasdaq, that's basically what we're seeing through here. Now, if I view this chart here, let me view this chart here. Let me squeeze this up a bit more. Look what's happened through here, right? We had a move up through here, and then we went all through side up. We actually didn't go sideways for long enough, right? So if you think about the market as a fuel source, right? A fuel source. So what ends up happening is that when the market does have a very big move up, it's actually using, as you can see, so it's using a lot of energy through here. So if that was an energy source, right? Or if that's an energy, if it's used a lot of fuel doing that, then guess what? Then because it's used a lot of fuel doing that, it now needs at least half that time to start to refill again, right? But look what ended up happening. Let me change this here. And then I bring it down to this orange line here. And then we can actually see that we only had that much of a sideways movement before getting going again. That's not enough time to, if we used a lot of energy through here, we need a bit more time to go sideways to actually refuel and re-energize in the markets. So that's what I'm seeing through there when it comes to the QQQ. We're also at these levels of high point. Look at that there, right at that level, pretty much right at the high through there. So with that being said, we're getting really, really, really overbought right now. And that's what I'm seeing through there when it comes to the QQQ. Let's go look at the Dow Jones. And the Dow Jones is also doing something very, very similar as well too, right? So the Dow Jones is once again very far away from the 52, and this has just been a screaming bull move to the upside. This will come to an end, and when it does, we're probably likely to get a pretty deep pullback or a long extended period of going sideways, right? Because after market's done going up, we end up getting that move, right? If you look at, say, something like Meta, let me show you Meta here. Look what happened with Meta, right? We went up and we didn't go vertically up. We actually had up these little pullbacks, as you can see. But after a period of time, after this market went up for a while, look what's been happening now ever since the middle of this year. Basically, nothing has been happening right now on this Meta stock through here. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. On the Dow Jones. If we go look at the S&P 500 as well too, look at the S&P 500 there. we can actually see that it definitely is once again too far away from the moving average. And we're even from the 9 moving average, which you look at there, you can see it doesn't get too far away from it. Look how far we are away from the 9 moving average. And so therefore, we're getting very, very, very close to the point before we start to see a bit of a drop in the markets, or at least a bit of a sideways range from here. The problem with that is that we just never know when this is going to end, right? We just never, ever, ever know when this bull market's going to end. And so therefore sometimes the best trade to take is actually no trade, right? Just sit on the hands and wait for a good opportunity. And that's where, like, the individual stocks, there's thousands and thousands of individual stocks, right? That can give you good entry signals from there. So that's what I'm seeing through there when it comes to the good old markets today, guys. We're really overextended. We still could possibly get a bit more of a push through to Christmas, but looking at the markets right now, yeah, we're really overextended, and the problem with getting in right now, you just never know when it's going down. When it does end, it's probably going to reverse pretty sharply against you from there. So let's look at the actual gold market itself, and the gold market. So the gold market itself, from here. You can see, let's actually go through to the Dow Jones. We can see what's happening with the gold market. High, higher low, and now another higher low. So we are still making these higher lows in the gold market. A little bit of a down day today. But what actually happens through here? If we break this low here, so this level around the 1,980 level, if we break that level from there, then we could ultimately probably start to see this thing have a really big move to the. If we break it to the downside, then we're probably going to go for a bit of a drop in gold from there. So it's something that I'm really watching very, very carefully, because if we do get a break in below that, a higher low is an upward trend. If for some reason it holds here and we do something like that, now we're actually in a downward trend from that point from there to there. And that's actually what's going on with gold right now. Silver is one of those markets, guys, that just really haven't been doing much at all. And it's very, very, very difficult to trade. I think investing, right? In silver long term is going to be beneficial, because when I say long term, I always believe 2025 and onwards we're going to see an incredible bull move in the mining, and then also the metals. I really do believe that, because I believe there's going to be another second wave of inflation that's going to come, and that's going to come from printing money and all that sort of stuff as well too. So I also the mining sector, I really truly believe that's what's going to happen here. But until from now to then, we could slowly continue up. We could go through a breakout, like we could see with gold. Look what's happening with gold right now. Gold is just doing what? Sorry, silver. Silver's just doing absolutely nothing. James says, I'm bearish for next week. You could be right. The hard thing about that, James, though, is, I guess you're talking about the stock market there. The hard thing about that comment is we are in a very strong bull move, and we just never know when it's going to end. So be bearish right now. Be very, very... I do expect to see some sort of a drop in the markets, just for it to cool off a bit, because the market's getting very, very tight, I believe. With that being said, whenever these markets are in these very big bull moves, trying to step in front of that, trying to predict where the top's going to be, that's always a very low probability type of approach. Because, yeah, we may get a little bit of a small pullback. We may get 1 or 2 down days, or 3 down days, and then boom, it gets ready, and then it goes for another big move again, right? Just like it did back here in COVID, right? We had a couple of down days and then back up again, and then about a week down and back up again. And we've got very, 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 very little pullbacks through here. So we may get a little bit of a drop on the downside, but I wouldn't be trying to. I wouldn't try to step in front of a train right now. This train's been running 100 miles an hour straight through the station, and you're like, hey, stop! I'm jumping on. Go the other way. I think most of the time you're going to get flattened on that, on that train. So, I would not want to be trying to step in front of this train right now. Trying to pick the tops and bottoms for me is never a good idea, never a good strategy. And the thing is, guys, is that trading the markets for me, and as like for my private clients, because I'm with my private clients every single day, or at least some of them anyway. If you're interested in that, you can go to John's. Let me bring this up here. All right. Anyway, if you go to getjohnshelp.com, here we go here. With some of my private clients, I'm with them every single day. And there was a guy that actually, there was one of my traders today. He took a beautiful trade on gold. Absolutely beautiful trade on gold. But you know what? That trade he took on gold was never a guess. It wasn't guessing. I mean, there's no guessing, right? It was like, oh, John, this is the trade pattern that we talk about all the time. This is the trade pattern that John, you used to take a trade when the FOMC announcement came out. I had an amazing trade when the FOMC announcement came out. I had an amazing trade this week on the actual stock market. It's using the exact same set of rules, right? So if you really want to get the edge on your side, we use rules, right? It's a rule-based system. So one of my private clients today, because again I'm with them every day when the market's open. The thing is that when he showed me the gold trade that he took, and it was on a smaller time frame, like the 5-minute chart, guess what? This moved all through here. This move from here to here. He capitalized on this move here, not because, and he capitalized by shorting gold through here, not because he got lucky, but because he was basically focusing on, a set of rules that we should be following. See, if you are not following some sort of set of rules, then the hard thing about that approach, and people just want a lot of people that want the just show me the next tip, John, and show me the next thing that's going to make a big move. While I believe I can say that next big move may take a few years to actually start to get going. And I actually mentioned that about 5 minutes ago. So you guys can sort of put 1 and 1 together, or 2 and 2 together. If that makes sense there. But that's the thing there, guys, right? That's the thing, is that we must understand what we're actually looking for. So whenever I'm trading the markets every day, guess what? I'm not trying, I'm like, oh, should I be in now, or should I be out now, or should I be in this trade right now? Or it's like, I'm just looking for a pattern, right? I'm just really looking for a pattern. So, and definitely, standing in front of a train right now is definitely not a good idea when it comes to that. UNG. Let's have a look at UNG. So natural gas. Do you know what, Aidan? One of my private clients is also very big in natural gas as well too. He's been huge in natural gas lately. Not lately, for the last. He's not in it anymore. But natural gas is. How do you say, very, 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 very bearish right now. And it has been all this time, right? Look at this here. Down, and natural gas is just absolutely just getting hammered right now. We have a high point through here, another lower high, and another lower high, and now we've just been dropping. So we've been getting absolutely just hammered all through here. Right? Absolutely hammered when it comes to this market here and what's going on through here. So I would not want to be touching natural gas. Now, that being said, here's the thing. If we do see, and check this out. This is where it gets pretty cool. Let's go to the weekly chart here. If we do see natural gas start to make an extraordinary quality move to the upside, right? A boom move, right? It's like a boom move. Let's go. If we do that, right? Look at natural gas. If for some reason we start to make a really big move over the next, say, month, because that's 1, 2, 3 weeks through here, maybe over the next couple of months, if we do start to make a pretty big move up like that, I believe that this whole thing is one big massive bottoming pattern. And then we could start to see this thing really start to make a big move up. Now, when I say big move up, guys, what I mean by that is it goes up for a little bit through here, right? Then we may pull back for a few weeks from there, right? That's what I mean by, and then it may go up through there, and we start to make a very big move up from there, right? So that's what I mean by saying a big move to the upside. So that's the big thing about natural gas from that level there and what we're looking at there. So the big sort of V bottom, what I'll be looking for from there. But for now, we're breaking right below these major support levels around that $6 level. So I would not want to be trying to get in, jump in front of this this train here for that there. If there's anything you guys want me to look at, please let me know. Please let me know. So I definitely wouldn't want to be jumping in front of that train from there. So let's go and have a look at AG. AG. Oh, First Majestic, eh? First Majestic. Okay. Yeah, First Majestic is. Oh, it's one of those companies, isn't it? It's like I know the owner is always coming out and talking about different things in the markets right now. But yeah, it's really interesting to see what's happening here with AG. The problem with AG right now is every time we end up getting a move down, we get a rally, and this is the rally here. We end up getting sold into it. We get a bit of a rally. We end up getting sold into it. We get another rally. And we get sold into it. And as you can see, look, the problem with AG is that high. We have another lower high. See how the market just keeps stepping down, right? So every time it tries to poke its head back above, it comes back down. Pokes its head back above. It's like, what's happening here? Is it going to start to change the tune in the markets? Yes, I did, James. Yes, I did. I looked at the QQQ. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. When it comes to that, we're still stepping down here, and the hard thing about trying to get into now, I guess, Aiden, you're trying to look to buy this right now. The hard thing about that, the hard thing about what's going on here, is that you just never know when this is it going to go through another down leg, or is it finally going to change? So trying to jump in right now may work. It may work, or it may complete fail. So the big thing for me to tell me that things are changing is we start to break above this significant high through here. That'll be the thing that tells me, okay, now we're possibly starting to get into a move to the upside from there. It's a complete change of trend. And as you can see here, look at this here, down, 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 down. Is this going to be the bottom, or is this going to be ready for another drop to the downside? So this could just be another short-term move to the upside before we get another drop. I'd want to see this thing start to get back above $7 for me to show me that this overall downward trend, as you can see, has come to an end, and then possibly we're getting ready to see a move to the upside. James, DXY. Let's have a look at DXY. Let's go have a look. DXY. Let me bring up my trading view, actually. Let me bring up my trading view. And let me bring up the DXY right now. Let's see what's going on with DXY. So the DXY, So the DXY. So let's go bring up the daily charts here. And let's go weekly charts here. Okay, so dollar is actually looking quite weak right now. Dollar is looking quite weak right now. The big line in the sand for me, let me bring up this chart here. This is the weekly chart. We did actually have, this is that move down below the support level and back up. That's what I was talking about with First Majestic. If we get something like that, we could go ready for a big move. Looking at the dollar though, is the dollar, oh, the dollar's right around that support level there, isn't it? So that's where it's at right now. We're at a complete level of sort of Fibonacci levels through here. So down, up. This is sort of like the line in the sand for this level. I really do believe that. And if we let me sync this in layout. It's gonna let me do it. Gonna let me do it. You gonna do it? No. Oh, there it is. There. Bam. There we go. Cool. All right. So let me bring up this chart here, which is the daily chart. And let me bring up this thing here. So this is the line in the sand for me. Okay, so what's happening here right now? Let's see. So firstly, we know this is the 60 point here. Yeah, I'm starting to stretch it, aren't I? Starting to mean like this is the Fibonacci levels through here. So we have a down, a move back up, a move back down through here, right? And then we actually have this level all through here right now. So the really big thing right now on the dollar is this is the sort of the point I'm looking for. That's that lower high there. Let me see if I can remove this. Where we are right now, if we can start to get back above this high up here, that's around the 104 level, okay? 104 level. If we can start to get back above that one there, if we can start to get back above this level all through here, then it's probably then going to hold, and then we're probably likely to see another move back to the upside. So if we can get something like this here, we may get something like that, right? Then we may get something like this coming down through here, right? And then we may get ready for another really big move to the upside from there. So that's what I'm seeing right now when it comes to the DXY. The DXY is really starting to do this one here, but you want to see this thing at least break above this level through here. If we go back to the weekly charts, yeah, so this actually could be the start of an upward move. Let me remove the 4 drawings again. So this could just be actually it's made a higher high here, which is a trend change warning. So this actually could be getting ready to have another move back to the upside. The key for me once again would be just looking at this level through here. Yeah, it's definitely that level through there. If we can start to get back above that level there, this is the weekly chart. Let me go back to the daily charts. Yeah, that's that level there, definitely. If we can start to get back above that 104 up to 105, get back up to 105, then I believe that we're probably likely to start to see the dollar continue going up from there and seeing another leg back to the upside from that one there. Let's have a look here. FSM. Let's go have a look at FSM. Let's have a look at FSM. FSM. And FSM. Fortuna. Let's go. That's the weekly charts there. So the weekly chart. This is actually starting to look. We're starting to get a lot of strength in this one here. Actually, we can really see that. So looking at this weekly chart here, we can see this weekly chart. We're definitely getting a lot of this. Really, a lot of significant levels all through there. I would say. We are. Looks like we're starting to slowly compress up like that overall. So this is the level that we're actually getting into right now. And so you can see that that's what's going on through there. If we have a look at the daily charts now, so that's that big picture there. This is the daily chart. Yeah, if we can start to really hold here and start to break up and out, then this could be getting ready to go for another. This could be getting ready to go for a nice move, because we're really holding here quite nicely, and you can see how it went up through here, and then we had all this sideways down through here, and then now we actually started to completely change the tune through here. So it's looking really, 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 really nice from there. So, yeah, but I definitely wouldn't want to be fighting that from there. A few stocks that I am watching for myself, guys. And again, guys, if you'd like to, the free trading course, guys, that I'm giving away, the very first video you get is actually a video me teaching my trading system. So if you're looking for a really good trading system, guys, go get access to this free trading course that I'm giving away right now. So the thing that like the few stocks that I am watching right now looks like Microsoft, right? Microsoft is one of those stocks that I'm watching right now very closely. Why? Because Microsoft had a very strong move up through here, and now we're getting a pullback through here, and then we're in for a nice move, and now we're slowly getting a pullback through here. So Microsoft could be getting ready for a nice move back to the upside. Now, I haven't got any confirmation yet, but I would expect to see a bit more of a sideways movement through here. Again, there's no entry signal for me yet, so I'm not in it yet. I still have to wait for my entry signal. But looking at this whole level through here and looking at what's going on through here, we can really see what's going on at my 52. Now, I use my 52 as more like a trend indicator as well. Meaning, like if the 52 is flat, as you can see, it's all flat through here, then that tells me we have flat trend. Flat trend. Now, look what's happening now, right? We're starting to really pick up when it comes to trend analysis through here. So Microsoft is going sideways. Private clients, if you are watching this replay, get ready, right? Get ready. So that's the, I want to see a bit more of a sideways movement. And by the way, guys, when it comes to my trading pattern, I like to keep it really simple. Let me actually just show you a few things here, right? What I'm actually looking for is something that looks like this here, right? This is basically what I'm looking for here. And now actually in the Microsoft example, I'm basically looking for something that looks like this, right? The blue line here is the 52 moving average. I mean, the blue line is the 52 moving average, which is this one here. I'm looking for a very strong trending 52. And I'm basically looking for this pattern here, which is what? Let me see if I can squeeze this up a bit more. There we go. Right, which is what? There we go. Right, so I'm looking for basically to have sideways, small little candles, small little bars. Hey, you know, Uber Rockley, you know Anyway, so nice sideways small bars. Remember I said before, guys, I'm never guessing. To me, it's all about just trading setups, really. Tesla looks primed. Let's have a look at that. James will have a look at that as well too, man. So this is basically what I'm looking for, guys. Like, stop trying to guess, right? Stop trying to guess. If you're trading the markets, don't guess. All I tell my private clients is focus on something that looks like this. Right? Now, there's another level. There's more like an experience level that I get with my private clients that can produce really big moves. And actually the FOMC announcement was more like an experience type of trade. But it still goes under the umbrella of a strong move up, a pullback to a strong 52, and then I'm looking for a large bar like this, a real large bar. So what am I looking for on Microsoft? Aha. I'm looking for what? I'm looking for the 52 to keep doing this. All right, let's actually draw the 52 out from there to there. 52 to keep doing that. Then I'm looking for the bars to do this. Right? That. And then that. And then guess what? Aha. Something like that. Let's change that color to green. That's what I'm looking for. Why? Because that's my setup. That's how I trade the markets. Right? That's how I trade the market. So if I go through, let me show you some examples here. Do I have any bullish examples here? All right, here's a bearish example here. Right? See the moving average? Strong down, slow across, moving average. Let's actually see. I want to show you some. Oh yeah, bullish example. Here we go. Here guys. Look, here we go. Here, right? Up, sideways, large bar. Again, this is for trading opportunities. This is not trying to look for Hail Marys or anything like that. Here's another one. Oh, look at this, guys. Looks exactly the same. Up, sideways, strong moving average, large bar. Oh, look, it went up. Nice little successful. Remember, it's a trading opportunity. Trading is not about capturing massive moves all the time. Trading is just about getting in and capturing a nice, good move out of it and go and do that again and again and again and again and again. Right? What else do we have here? Oh, look at this here. Right? It's just a pattern, right? So I'm always looking for the pattern. I call it the L-shaped pattern, guys. The L-shaped pattern. Look at this here. Right? I like to call it the L-shaped pattern. What is the L-shaped pattern? The L-shaped pattern is this here. Right? If I actually took a screenshot of that and I bring this over here for you, look at this here. This is the basis of what I'm actually looking for. Strong move up and sideways. See how it's upside down L-shaped pattern. Or I'm looking for what? Down, across. That's the basis of what I'm looking for. And then one moving average. Like, it's actually not that. Yeah. See here? L-shaped pattern. Right? L-shaped pattern. What's this, guys? This is a stock trade. What is this? L-shaped pattern. Down, slow across. See the L-shaped pattern? Strong moving average. Aha. Look. What do we have here? Upside down L-shaped pattern. Down, slow across, strong moving average. Oh, look at that large bar. Strong large bar. Hang on a minute. John, that looks really similar to, hang on a minute. Let's actually go to check this out. That looks really similar to this here. Ooh, they actually look that looks really, 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 really similar to that point there. Ah, so that's what I'm looking for. And look what happens. We have a nice move down and made a nice little profit. Thank you very much for your homemade biscuits. Right? So for you guys that are trading, guys, we don't need to make it that complicated, right? So if I go look at, this was a trade that I took a while ago. Where is that trade? I've actually let me do this here. Let me bring up, if you really want to know my trade examples, guys, for the last, look at this here. 100. If I scroll all the way down, this is for this year. Like, here's an example. Here's the setup here, right? Look at all this here. Ooh, where are we? In total? 204. Right? So when we're looking for bullish examples, and let me go back to bullish examples. Right? Bullish examples. Let me show you. Ah, look at this here. What is this? Strong moving average. We have an up, we have a sideways movement, we have a large bar. And tell you what, guys, like, I don't guess. I'm not guessing. I'm like, oh, here we go. Maybe yes, no, not sure. I'm like, does it have the pattern or not? It really comes back. And as you can see, guys, I'm not joking. Right? I'm not joking. It's like, Whenever I'm trading the markets, guys, I don't guess. I just use the simple pattern, right? And then I have this pattern, which is my foundational pattern, which is exactly what I'm teaching you right now. I'm not hiding anything, right? Let me go back to this one here. Where are you? Where was that one that I was looking at just a minute ago? I just saw it. Where are we? Oh, here. Oh, no. This one here. Look at this. Hang on a minute. Up. Sideways. What is that? That's that large bar breaking out with a strong moving average? Oh, upside down R-shaped pattern. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. It's all the same. I'm telling you right now, guys. If you want to be successful in the market, stop trying to be smart. No, I'm going to guess this stock's going to go up. I don't guess anything. That's investing, yes. Investing, that's long-term buy hold for many years. But if you're trading, looking for income opportunities, guess what? Buy it here. This was actually a 15-minute chart on the futures. Buy it here. Hold it for maybe, an hour or so. Get out. Nice little short-term trade. Thank you very much. Nice little cash flow bonus. And away we go. Right? So I'm just trying to share with you guys that trading the markets is never about being smart or being intelligent or knowing the secret sauce or anything like that. I wonder why you retracted your statement, Robert. Because I saw that there. I can always answer it now. I did see it. I did see it. Anyway, so there we go, guys. Like, look at that. Look at that. Look how similar that looks. Aha. This is the trade that I took a while ago. Right? This is the trade I took a while ago. Up, sideways, small candles, strong 52. Large bar, continuation. Up, sideways, small candles. I need the small candles to the 52 moving average. 52 strong up. I need the large candle breakout, right? I need this large breakout. Just like this one here. Need a large breakout candle. And get in. Away you go. Right? So, guys, I'm telling you right now, it's not about being smart, right? Don't stop trying to be smart. And the good news for you guys is that, guys, I barely finished school. Right? So this is the good news for you guys. I'm trying to simplify the process for you that you don't need a stochastic, right? I'm showing you a simple pattern. Now, what is the hard thing? What is the hard thing about what I'm teaching you here? The hard thing is what? Waiting for the pattern, because the pattern doesn't come around that often. It's not like you get 50 trades a week. What is the hardest part? The hardest part is patience. Well, why is the hardest part patience? Because people think you have to have a lot of trades to make a lot of money. Like, ooh. Right? Let's just say, for example, guys, that you're risking on a trade $1,000. Right? I see your questions there about Tesla, and I'll get to that in just a minute, okay, guys? I'm just really trying to drive home for you guys that you guys can do so well out of trading. You really, really can. You really can do so well out of trading. All we have to do is have a simple pattern, and we go, okay, I'm going to the market today, look for it. Okay, no trade today, come back tomorrow. Okay, no trade tomorrow, come back the next day. Okay, no trade. That's all it really is, guys, right? But obviously with my private clients, this is the foundational. And then obviously I have another one or probably even two other patterns that I look for. But this is a simple foundations that I get all my private clients to focus on for starters. And then we're into type of using multiple. So just say, for example, guys, and this is a big thing for here, right? A big thing. Let's just say, for example, that what I like to do is I like to wait for the bar to almost close. And so I look to enter on the close of this breakout bar. Okay. I'm going all technical analysis on you guys today. Hey, let's go here. Let's go. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up button if you're liking this. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the like button. Subscribe. I hope that worked. Anyway, so I like to get in here, right? I like to get in here, and I like to actually have Are you serious, Uber? You said you said that comment in the actual comment section before. I saw your first comment. I'm like, okay, I almost blocked you, but I just removed the comment. And look, you're being nice to me now. Funny that, huh? Anyway, he's like, oh, maybe this guy's onto something. Maybe this guy knows something. He's being nice to me now. I almost blocked your ass. I'm like, I don't know why. I just deleted your comment. Anyway, so let's just say and what I like to do is I like to have my stop at the low of this bar, right? So I'm entering right near the close of this bar, maybe like 5 seconds before the close of the bar, I'm getting in. I like to have the stop at the low of the bar. And let's just say, for example, that you're happy risking $1,000 maximum per trade. Obviously, that's not your account, but let's say you're happy risking $1,000. So that whole bar there is $1,000. As you can see, that if you have a look at this here, that there was what? That there was your risk, right? Let's actually bring purple up here, right? So that there was what? Your risk. If you did get into this trade, then guess what? That's 1. That's 2. So this made, as you can see, by getting into this trade, it made roughly around 200% return on your risk, not your margin. Okay, your margin will obviously be a lot more, but I'm trying to share something with you. Okay, so as you can see, so if your risk here is maximum of say $1,000, then guess what? It did 200% here, which is where I got out, because this is where I took the screenshot, right, as you can see. And then away you go from there. The purpose of me saying this, guys, is that, and I'm not perfectly right. Sometimes I get into trades because I'm just focusing on the money. So the thing that's really, really, really important here, guys, is that I see. You see that through there, right? So the thing is that, remember, if that was true, we're only risking $1,000. Remember, if we can start to, if we made $1,000 risk here, made you say $2,000, right? $1,000 risk, not margin, but $1,000 risk, made you $2,000 there. Well, a lot of people want a lot of trades because guess what? They think a lot of trades equals a lot of money, right? What I want to share with you right now is, where is this thing? Where did that thing go? I saw it just a minute ago. This right here. Actually, that's 7 trades. Right? 7 trades. So you are only, if you did exactly what I just said there a minute ago, and obviously you're going to have your losses, so it's obviously not as black and white as this, right? But let me bring on the numbers. If you had your very first trade was $1,000 risk, and then you end up making what? $2,000. That's a double, right? $1,000 risk, and then if you made 100% return on that risk, right? It'll be now worth $2,000, right? So your $1,000 risk is now worth $2,000, and so on and so forth. As you can see, you're only 7 good trades away from having a 6-figure income. Now, obviously, guys, sometimes they're not going to work out. You're not going to get 100% return on your risk through there. You're not gonna get that, right? Sometimes it might be 50%. Sometimes it might be a lot more, like the FOMC announcement that I did, right? And let me actually share this with you here. The FOMC announcement that I did, guess what? I took the trade, and I took it on the Dow. Let me show you the trade here, right? When we're talking about percentage return on risk, this one here was, oh, look, there's one of those setups there. Hang on a minute. Just last night, did that happen? Well, I'm joking with you guys, but I know what happened. But let me bring this back here for a minute. Okay, down, across to a strong 52, large bar breaking out. Enter near the large bar. Well, hang on a minute. Last night on the Dow. Oh, where did that go? Where did it go? I just lost everything, didn't I? I just lost everything. Oh, there we go. I'm back up again now. I just lost everything. And my TC2000 is back up again now. Anyway, there we go. So the purpose of me bringing this up here, come on now. Right, the purpose of bringing this up here, guys, is let's see if I can do this. Look at this here, right? This was last night. 2-minute chart. Futures markets. Look, hang on a minute. So So if I close this off here, hang on a minute, that actually looks like that pattern there. Down, across, strong 52, large bar. Hang on a minute, that's it right there. Oh, look, it made a profit. Of course it does. Of course it does. Because again, but you got to get the proper L-shaped pattern, right? Look at that L-shaped pattern. Remember I said before, L-shaped pattern, strong 52, large bar. L-shaped pattern, strong 52, large bar. L-shape. Oh, let's actually go 20. Let's go 20. All right. L-shaped pattern, strong 52, large bar, breaking past support level. What's this here? L-shaped pattern, strong 52, large bar. It's the exact same thing, right? So as you can see, guys, like it's really, the purpose of me telling you this, guys, is that you don't have to be smart to do really well at trading. You really don't. You don't have to be a brain scientist and all this sort of stuff and know the insider secrets and the market's manipulated and all this sort of stuff that people can come up with. It's like, traders, how I do well out of trading is really simple. I have one, or I have a few, but this is the basis of where I get all my clients to start from. And I've said, this is a trade that actually happened just last night. It's like, John's making this stuff up. Really? This is the exact same thing. L-shaped pattern, strong 52, large bar. It just works, right? It just works. The reason why I'm bringing this up for you guys is like, guys, you can do so well from trading. You really, really, really can, right? Now, the purpose of me saying that is, once again, as I said before, guys, is that they don't come around that often, right? They don't always come around. And you've got to be patient. You know, you might have to wait sometimes a couple of weeks for a really good trade, right? Sometimes if you're looking at a daily chart, not a 2-minute chart like this is here, then you might have to wait sometimes a whole month for a really good trade. And that's where people start to get in problems, right? They start to trade, they overtrade. To me, I get the pattern. It works most of the time, just like I did back here. This is exactly the same pattern as it is right here. You do really well. Anyway, let's have a look at, how about URNM? Does uranium, or is it topped out? Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at this here, because I'm telling you right now, like, guys, I'm a kid that didn't finish school. I did not finish school. Okay? I'm a guy that, oh, actually, no. I finished year 10. I think they gave me 51 just to get out of there. Right? I was labeled ADHD when I was younger. I couldn't focus and all that sort of stuff. You guys can really do this. You really, 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 really can. Just keep it really simple. We don't have to be guessing like, oh, should I be in now or should I be out now? Pattern? Yes or no? Pattern? Yes or no? Remember I said before about Microsoft? Maybe the pattern's going to appear soon. Right? It may appear soon. Anyway, so let's go through and have a look at James Funk. Let's have a look at URNM. URNM. Oh, here we go. Is this the first one? Is this what you... Oh, if this is what? URNM? Is that the URNM? Let me go to all. Oh, okay, this one here. It must be this one here. Anyway, so what do we see through here? Let's actually go through. This is the daily charts. Let's go to the weekly charts here. First, I want to go to the weekly chart here to have a good look here. How about uranium? Does the uranium another move up, or is it topped out? I think it's also... this is looking very strong. Very, 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 very strong. Doesn't mean we're not going to get a drop here in the markets, but if we do get a drop, it may be short-lived. Because if you think about this here, this is a very strong move up from here. So we may be getting ready for something like that. We may be getting ready for something like that. But I'm noticing on my weekly charts, my moving average on my weekly chart is very strong to the upside. So there's a lot of strong movement to the upside. And there's a lot of strong trend, especially coming out of this in here. Okay, yep, now I'm seeing that. Yep. Okay, so now this is what we are seeing. Right. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Now, guess what? Ran up here. And now it's had a very strong move here, right? Remember, the market kept making these lower highs through here. It kept stepping down. Now it's made up a higher high. This actually could be getting a pullback just to create a higher low, and away we go. It may not as well. It may not as well. So that's what I'm looking at there from uranium. I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look through here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this is like uranium, UROY. This is another stock that I think one of my private clients is watching as well too. Got a strong move up. Now look, we'll see what's happened here. Up, sideways, and now we're getting that move through there. So that tells me that looking at this level through here, we are definitely getting a sideways movement from here. So that tells me that if we get something like, let's draw this in. If we do get something like that, then that tells me, or possibly doesn't even have to be that big, right? We could just get something like that, like a large bar breaking up like that. If we get something like that happening, especially what's happening through here, on this particular market, there's a very good chance that we could possibly start to see a move back up towards the 450 level. So 2, 3, so at 4, maybe even $5. The reason I'm saying $5, guys, because I'm just looking at the round numbers, right? So it looks like there's a lot of support resistance, much. So maybe it's going to be $5. So this actually could be quite a big mover, right? If we really, and the reason why I wait for large bar, guys, is that people are like, oh, but you're getting in too late. This gives you a very good possibility of actually having a very big move to the upside. So it gives you the best chance of the move starting anyway, because you never want to get in early, because you never know that's going to happen, because we could end up doing something like that and then go into the downside. So having the large bar break up like that, and I should change the color to a green, right? Having a large bar like that tells us that now possibly the next move is starting. So that's what I'm saying with uranium. Let's go look at Tesla. People like Tesla, don't they? People are very big on Tesla. Tesla, right? So Tesla looks primed. Possibly. And I say possibly because obviously anything can happen, right? But I'm not too quite sure, right? I'm not too quite sure if it is definitely looking primed. We've been going down for a while through here, making lower highs, which is a downtrend. And even on my weekly chart, this is a weekly chart over here. We have a weekly chart level here, resistance, and another resistance through here. So we would really need to see this thing start to really break up into an upward trend for this to be anything more than just what it's seeing right now. I wonder why Tesla actually hasn't made a big move compared to the markets, though. That's the question you got to ask yourself. Like, why hasn't Tesla made a really big move compared to the overall markets? That's a really, really, really interesting sort of topic we're going to need to focus on there, right? Because look at this here. Down, lower high. They made another lower high. And then it made another lower high. So down. Is this going to be another lower high? What you would want to see, though, is looking at that level through there is I would say, look at my moving average, it's trending down through there. So I would say if Tesla does, let's open up this daily chart here for a minute. Let me take off the moving average because we don't need the moving average on the chart. The big key level I'll be watching for is this around this level through here, around the 230 level. That's where I'd be watching for that there. I'll be really watching for that there. The reason why is because if we start to get something like this happening, something like that happening, guess what? We're probably going to make another move down. There's actually a bit of a, not really much, no. But if we do break below 230, we're probably likely to start to see a really strong move back down towards these levels through here. Really back down towards these levels through here. And then if that happens, then possibly even maybe, possibly even maybe, eh? How about those three apples? Possibly even maybe, we're going to have this move down to this level here. And then maybe we're getting ready for another drop in Tesla if that happens. Because if we see that, and we see that's that low through there, right? Yeah, that's that low through there. So, because we are in a bit of a downward trend through here. So if it rolls over and gets to this level through here, that's actually not going to be good. The thing for me is if it breaks past 230, that'll be the danger sign that I see happening with the good old Tesla, right? So that's what I see through there. XBI, let's have a look at XBI. Is that a stock? I'm guessing it's this one here. I'm guessing it's this one here. Let's go have a look here. So we have a look through here and we can see how that okay, let's go to the weekly charts now. I want to get a weekly chart perspective because the weekly charts gives you a very, 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 very big. Okay, it's actually starting to become very strong through here. We were going sideways for a lot through here. We're coming very strong and now we're getting back up towards this level up through here. Okay. Let's go. That's that resistance over there. Okay, so now looking at this one here, I'm pretty sure this is the XBI you're talking about. Looking at this level through here, now what I'll be seeing is let me make that into the other layout. The big thing I'll be watching for with this one here is that it's actually made a very big move to the upside. Very big move to the upside, right? So I would personally be looking for it to have a bit of a pullback first, right? A bit of a drop. A pullback, remember guys, this has been a very strong move. If this is going to start a very good, strong bull trend, right? If this is going to start a very good, strong bull trend in the markets, then guess what? We're probably likely to see the market come down first to create a higher low, and then we start to see it do something like that possibly, and then we get ready for another leg to the upside like that. And if that does happen, then we could be getting ready for another nice. We could be getting ready for a nice move, finally breaking out of, as you can see, what is this level through there. So that's what I wait for first. We're not in a bull market yet. We're still in this sideways range. So it's a 50-50 sort of split through there right now. NIO. Let's have a look at NIO here. NIO. Is this the right one? I'm guessing. Yeah, it is. NIO. Ooh, this is actually, look at it. It's very down, right? Very, very weak. Is this going to be the bottom? Toss a coin. You may be right. But if you were trying to do that since 2021, you've been wrong. You've been wrong. The problem with trying to maybe buy it now is that this is very ways. So we could be getting ready for another move back down. Interesting. Let's bring on the moving average. Okay, moving average is quite strong on the downside as well too. So we could be getting ready for a move on the downside here. Yeah, it's not looking good at all when it comes to that level there. Very, very, very. Again, trying to buy it now, you're trying to buy a bottom, and if you did that for all of this year, you may be right now.